Good morning, my neighbor. How are you doing? Are you feeling okay? Good morning, my neighbor.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Toluwani, but you can call me Wani for short. How are we all doing? Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new here, do not forget to subscribe to this channel. If you're a returning subscriber, you know the drill now. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, and today we're going to be discussing on rejection. So we are touching around the soul now, right? Because rejection has to do with your feeling, if I'm not wrong. Except if you have a contrary opinion, do not forget to comment below so that I can get to hear your opinion about rejection. Okay, so first things first, except if you are cake or an ice cream or maybe a pizza, that's when you can tell me that you have never been rejected, because it's not everybody that will love you, right? And I'm sure it's not even everybody that loves cake, ice cream and pizza and all of that. But except you have all of those, that is when you can say, oh, nobody has ever rejected me before. But if you're on this table with me, the ones that have been rejected a few times, they're welcome on board, right? This is actually for us. So rejection is how do I say this? It's like a feeling, right, that you get when you are treated in a certain way. Let me just put it that way, right? And rejection can be in all form. You can be rejected by family member, you can be rejected at work, you can be rejected in the most premium one that people place premium on, of course, which is all the relationship, friendship or situationship, as the case may be, right? Like I said, I've been rejected a few times, and when I served in Abeokuta, by the way, and I was having accommodation issue, right? And I had to go live with some people that I've never seen before in my life. They were just recommended that I go stay with them pending the time I get my own accommodation, and I was rejected. Not rejected like, oh, you can't stay in a house. That kind of rejection that you can stay in the house, but you have to be walking on eggshells, right? So you can't sit on the couch, you can't do the dishes, you can't even cook. So it was that bad. And then I moved. I went to stay with some other people, and it was the same, right? But there's something about rejection. See, you're not the one with the problem, because for me at that time I just felt like, is there something wrong with my personality? Why is it that wherever I go, I'm not so fine that people don't really like me, So you can get that way, that once you're rejected, you begin to question your self-worth, you begin to feel in a certain way, you begin to how do I say this, feel less of yourself. But I'm here to tell you that, see, that you are rejected does not mean you have done something right or you have done something wrong. It just happened. Like I said, you are not ice cream, so it's not everybody that will love you, right? So, and the people reject based on different reasons. For those ones that I stayed with, it could be that they're not used to people staying with them, right? And so it was just off for them. And there's something I found out about the rejector. If there's any English like that, of course, the people that give the rejection, sometimes it's not so intentional. Sometimes they don't even know that's what they are doing, right? And it's not their fault, so really you can't blame them. Like I said, the one people put premium on is rejection from situationship, maybe friendship, and then like I've been there, all the whatevers, I've just been there. So there's this guy I liked just because he's very intelligent. Of course, I'm big on intelligence, right? So if I see anybody that sparks intelligence in me, I'm quick to how do I say this, warm up to such people. And so there's this guy that I liked because of his intelligence, and of course because of the way he walks, like walking. Lame, right? Or maybe not. Right? But then how it is. So you like somebody and they don't like you in return, or maybe they're not just feeling your vibes like you're feeling their vibes, so you are sort of rejected in a way. Some people virtually have to spell it out, why some others don't spell it out, but with the way they act, right? Some people can outrightly spell it out to you that, hey, I'm not feeling your vibe, right? So don't cross the line of whatever friendship or whatever situationship. And some other people don't even know how to come out straight to tell you that, oh, I don't want this, right? So it could be that they're not doing it intentionally. They're not just comfortable with what you're doing, how you are all over them, and it's normal. If you like somebody or if you are feeling the vibe of somebody, you tend to move up close to them and personal, right? So yeah, you love to be in their spaces and all of that, but then most likely they are not on the same page with you, so they don't give you a warm reception, and for some reason you feel in a certain way, which is rejection. You feel rejected and all of that. And for some, it might be situations that causes the rejection. It's not every time that oh, yeah, it's because I don't like you. Some things can come up, a lot of things can come up that will not be able to spell it out. But of course, I know you know all of these issues around relationships and all of that. So let's say you have been rejected, right? And like I said, don't take it personal. It's not about you. It's not, you don't even really have to do anything before somebody rejects you, and you really don't have to do anything also before somebody likes you. I mean, if I could like somebody based on their walking step, that's flimsy, right? I've not even, let's even say I've not even really known the person, but the fact that, oh, this person dresses well and then I like the person, it could happen, right? And so it's not you, it's actually them. Most likely they're not seeing what you are seeing. Most likely they're not seeing your what. And there's something about rejection that when you are being rejected, you almost want to prove yourself, right? That, oh, can't you see that I love you? Can't you see that I can do anything for you? Can't you see that, I'm worth it? Can you just look beyond what you're seeing right now? My darling, if they're not seeing it, it's not their fault. So number one thing you don't want to do is, you don't want to take offense when you are rejected. And there's something I found out about rejection. Let's say people reject you, and then I found out that over time, give it time, they come back. Now, they may come back not so that you guys can pick it up from where you stopped, or maybe they really want to pursue things with you. They might just come back to, they come to a realization that, oh, maybe I didn't do well, right? Maybe I didn't treat this lady well in a way. So they come back to just check up on you, right? Or most likely see whether you are nursing one thing or the other, which is why I said you do not have to take offense. Now, because if you take offense, the other person you are taking offense with or for, the person does not send you. So if you are being offended that you are rejected, it's like you taking poison and then expecting the other person to die. They won't die. You are the one hurting yourself the most. So you don't want to take offense, right? So don't do that. Don't take offense. Don't give the offense. You are rejected. It's fine. It happens to all of us, or most of us. I know some people are so lovable that they have never been rejected. I don't know. If you're on that table, please get into the comment section, right? So don't take offense. That's number one. Number two, so we are talking around how to deal with rejection. Number one is don't take offense, right? And don't give the offense. You don't have to put it all over your face that, oh, so you don't like me, so you rejected me, this one, that one. Then you become, how do I say this, irritable to them, because they're wondering what's happening here. Did I do anything wrong? Because of course, most likely they don't know they have done something wrong. So you don't want to get into all of that. And then number two, don't push too hard. Yes, I know there's a thing about, oh, I want to prove myself, see my worth, see that I'm worth it, see that I love you so much, see that this, see that. Don't push too much, because if you push too much, they will snap, right? Let's say people that, let's say they are even still giving you some audience. When you call, they pick your call, or they are still trying to manage the situation, right? But then you're on their neck, like choking them, so to speak. So they can snap, and then they stop picking your calls, right? They will stop giving you attention, and then it becomes more for you, because it now moves from rejection to being deeply hurt or pained. So don't push too hard. if you are sensing it, if you can see that, oh, I'm giving a certain vibe and then you are not getting it in return, please let them be. Really, let them be. Most likely they will come back, but I'm not guaranteed that they're coming back to say, oh, okay, now I see your worth. No, maybe they're just coming back to say, okay, I didn't do well and I'm sorry. Some come back to say sorry. I mean, I've received a lot of texts of people that have rejected me and then they're back to say, oh, I know things have not been good between us lately, I just want to check up on you. And you just smile and take their courtesy, like their nice gesture that, yeah, I'm fine, and then move on. Really, another thing that you might want to do is go to where the love is. Yeah, I know it's quite difficult. This life, like they say, it's a whole lot. So there's somebody feeling your vibe, you are not feeling the person's vibe. There's another person somewhere that you are feeling their vibe and they are not feeling your vibe. So it's a whole lot of altogether. But my advice for you is that go to where the love is. All right. So if you are trying to get somebody and then they are not reciprocating, they're not returning the favor, and then there's another person that is actually being open right now and he's saying, oh, I'm here, can you just look at my own side too? Right. So my advice is to go to where the love is. You might never know what the outcome will be. Right. So even if you are not feeling their vibe now, you could just give them the audience. Don't be like the ones that rejected you, because it's like everybody's doing it. So you like somebody, that person does not like you back, and then there's somebody else that likes you but you don't like the person. So it's like what you're giving to this other person is what the one that you like is doing to you. So you can see the whole chain reaction. So you don't want to be like, you don't want to make this one feel rejected. You can just go to where the love is. And when I say love now, I'm not talking about the rush of the emotions, the butterflies in the tummy and all of that. I'm saying that you can actually tell that this is love, right? And if you don't know what love is, just read your Bible. 1 Corinthians 13:4-7 explained all of that for you. So if you have somebody that is not easily angered, you have somebody that is patient and kind, you have somebody that does not take record of wrong, you know all of those, right? All of the love attributes. Just move closer to where the love is. Really, you will be safe there. I mean, that person will not reject you. And of course, don't be the one to give the rejection. Don't reject the person. Yeah, to a certain degree. I'm not going to say totally not reject the person. If you give it a try and then it didn't work, it's something we can talk about these things. Really, we don't have to be so mean about rejecting people. Really, we don't have to be. And so, like I said, move to where the love is. And then finally, develop yourself. So let's even say there's no any other person to move towards to. So maybe there's no love around that you might want to move to. Keep developing yourself. It could be that you're not reasoning at the level they want you to reason. And I mean, it happens to me a lot. I'm big on intelligence, and so when I find somebody that, oh, they cross the T's and dot the I's, but they are lacking in intelligence, I shut down. It's not because I'm a bad person. I just cannot relate with you on that level, because I feel like you'll be pulling me down, and I need somebody to be on point. Do you understand? So if it is that case, if it is the case for you, you might want to develop yourself. Read books. I mean, I'm blessed with the company I have, the people I'm surrounded with. They are the ones that will give you books to read, and you have to read, right? So you have to read. And then I'm also blessed with a lot of people that are reasoning on another level. Like, I'm really blessed. For everybody that we have been close before and then we are no longer close, believe me, it's not because I've done anything wrong, and it's not like you're not intelligent, right? I'm just saying that I've moved up, so you should also move up, and all of that. But I don't think I have anybody that I'm not in talking terms with, right? Maybe in the past we were close and then we grew apart. It's not like we are fighting, right? We are just, everybody's just in their spaces, doing what thing or the other they can do. So yeah, so that's rejection. It's not the end of the world. You don't have to beat yourself so much. It's not about you. Don't question your self-worth. Don't question your self-esteem. Don't feel less of yourself when you're being rejected. These things happen, right? So once you're rejected, just do all that I've said, and you will see that you'll be fine. So number one, do not give the offense. Do not take the offense. It's not about you. It's not about them as well. Just accept that it's nobody's fault. These things just happen. and all of that. Number 2, go to where the love is. Number 3, develop yourself. And okay, so that's that about rejection. Remember how to deal with it. Do not take offense. It's not your fault. It's not the other person's fault. So don't beat yourself too much. Don't start questioning your self-worth. Don't start feeling less of yourself. These things happen, right? It's not something you can actually control. You are not ice cream. Not everybody will love you. Another thing you would do is that don't push too hard. Once you have sensed that this person is not feeling your vibe, do not push too hard, so that you don't even lose them completely, so that they don't snap and then you can't get a hold of them anymore. Number 3, go to where the love is. I mean, there are 7.7 billion people on earth right now according to statistics. So I mean, if there's no Saul, allow Saul to be, right? And then wait for David. That's basically what I'm saying. And number 4, develop yourself. Develop yourself physically, intellectually, spiritually, right? You might not know what people are really looking out for, right? And I tried to balance myself in those 3 aspects. That's why, like I said, this channel is all about that. You have to be an wholesome person, so that you can't lack spiritually, you can't lack when it comes to your intellect, and you cannot lack when it comes to, being tush, being posh, being trendy. Yeah, so that's that about that. Don't forget to get into the comment section. Let me know what you think. Put your suggestions, put your comments, put your additions, put your subtractions. Just get into the comment section and let me know how you feel about this video and what we have discussed around. Till I come your way again, keep being well. Bye.